All right, next game on this week 2 would be yet again another stinker. He's just mad about the Vikings because Vikings suck. Anyway, another game on the docket is going to be the Raiders at Dolphins. Man, if you sat through that Monday night game with the Raiders and Chargers, I'll give you credit for that. It was another ugly game. They couldn't even find a backup snapper to punt the ball right. That game was nasty. You think Miami didn't show up against Houston? The Raiders didn't show up against San Diego. Who's going to show up in this one? And most importantly, who gives a fuck? It's week 2 and I'm already disinterested. This is the stinker of the week, dude. Raiders versus Dolphins, I could care less. I'm predicting a tie.
Hey, I'm gonna go with Miami Dolphins because they're at home. I like the Raiders, but they choked it up. They had three. I don't know if you watched much of the game review or how they lost the game. They had those three punts that the long snapper got injured, and it was 3 straight punts that didn't reach the punter, Shane Lackley or whatever his name is. But I'm gonna go with Miami because they're a little bit more thirsty for a win in Oakland. They're not really good at going from coast to coast. They're pretty mediocre. I'm gonna go with the Miami Dolphins on that game, and that's what I'm gonna roll with, Miami.
All right, well, you know what? Before I get off that game right there, I'm just gonna say stinker of the week sounds stupid. I'm just gonna say the who gives a fuck game of the week. Anyway, let's move on to the let's move on to the Cardinals versus Patriots.
You got a pick?
Yeah, I got a pick on this one. Cardinals and Patriots. Patriots is going to be a no-brainer. Patriots will win. Cardinals got lucky against my Seahawks last week. That's all I'm going to say about that. Patriots in a rout. Look at that Peterson jersey in the background. What a fag.
I'm going to show you who I'm going to go with in this game. I'm going to show you who I'm going to go with.
Look at that bandwagon fan. Look at that bandwagon
fan. I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to go with Tom Brady.
Hey, just everyone that's watching out there, he didn't buy that jersey because he's a Patriots fan. He bought it because he's a Brady fan. He's in love with the guy.
He's good. He's good. 5 Super Bowls in his career. Hey, can't knock on the man. But I'm gonna go with the New England Patriots, baby. I'm not a Patriots fan, by the way. They're just gonna blow them out.
All right.
But let's move on to the next game because there's really not much to say, man. I mean, John Skelton and Kevin Cobb, dude, are you serious against the Patriots? Patriots defense is pretty garbage, though, man. So I don't know. Arizona, they wake up their offense, they could be a pretty scary team if their quarterback get the P's and Q's and shit. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one because it's at home. If it was in Arizona, the Cardinals might have won that one. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
I'll tell you what, man. It's going to be a blowout. They're a different team on the road, but we'll move on to the next game. Buccaneers at Giants. I think the Buccaneers come back to earth on this one. The Giants get back to where they're supposed to. After that heartbreaking loss to Dallas, I think they make amends, play a lot better defense, and Josh Freeman doesn't get away with murder like he did against Carolina. And I don't think there's going to be any weather problems in this game, so I'm going to go with the Giants straight up over the Buccaneers.
Yeah, the Giants over the Buccaneers. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. There's just something about them. They always come to play. New York Giants look. I think New York Giants should be 1-0. It was that touchdown that Hickson dropped. But I think the New York Giants should be 1-0. Tampa Bay, they beat the Carolina Panthers week 1. So I'm gonna go with. It's kind of a coin flip on this one. I'm gonna go with. Kind of want to go with the Buccaneers on this one. I'm gonna go with the Bucs. I'm feeling good about the Buccaneers because the Giants, you never know what you're gonna get out of them. I like Eli, but you just never know. Sometimes they don't play as good as they're supposed to. So on that, I'm gonna just go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's move on to the next game, faggot.